A Florida man was arrested for eating pasta belligerently. Florida man Vanilla Ice is opening a pop culture museum. A Florida man named Redbeard stole his roommate's parrot, and a naked Florida man threw someone's ashes during an argument. These are the weird stories for Friday on The Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian, and the only daily weird news podcast that does Florida Fridays, guys. Florida Fridays, you know how it is, you know how it goes. Yeah, that's right, I'm in a closet too. Did you know that? Just having a great summer, guys. How about yourself? A Florida man was arrested outside Olive Garden after eating pasta belligerently. This is a little vague. Do you mean he was being belligerent to the pasta or being belligerent to those that were watching him eating the pasta? Also, what are the chemicals involved? I think that has more to do with the arrest than the pasta not being eaten properly. A drunk Florida man was arrested outside an Olive Garden in Naples, Florida, after eating pasta in an inappropriate manner. Oh, okay, it was inappropriate. He was putting it in different orifices, not the one, not your mouth. He was eating it in different ways. Or maybe all his clothes were off, but that's not really news in Florida. Everybody's clothes are always off. I just assume he's not wearing clothes when I begin the article. I just add that to the end. Oh, Florida man did XYZ and was naked. That's what I just insert, and was naked. Okay, so details. Florida police were sent to the chain restaurant at 3:30 p.m. Now, we're at Olive Garden. You guys familiar with Olive Garden? It's where your family, when you hear your family, it's where you go to be family and eat some subpar Italian food. All right, so they go over there at 3:30 p.m. Oh, on a Sunday, post-church. A man was reportedly asking restaurant customers for money and yelling at them using explicit language. Well, he wanted some of that Olive Garden, never-ending bread bowl and the pasta, but, with inflation, he probably doesn't have enough to get it. I mean, have you seen the prices on these menus now? Wow. They've gone up proportionately. So the police arrived. This guy's screaming at customers. They discovered a shirtless man sitting on a bench outside the Olive Garden, so not completely naked, but halfway there. The man was allegedly shoving spaghetti. Well, they use the word shoveling. In normal circumstances, I'd say he probably didn't have a shovel, but this is a Florida man. There's a chance that he could actually be using a shovel to put spaghetti into his mouth or the mouth of his friend. And this is Florida, so it says here he was allegedly shoveling spaghetti into his mouth with his hands. Okay, more information. Using his hands. So this is all about table etiquette. He was arrested for not having the proper table etiquette, doesn't know to use forks and knives and this sort of thing. Well, maybe he wasn't taught. This is a Florida man. You know how hard it is to grow up in Florida and emerge as an adult with the most basic table manners? It's hard enough to emerge as an adult in Florida, without a prison record. All right, let's download a little more info on this Florida man. 32 years old. A little old not to know how to use a fork. His name's Ben Padgett. He was placed under arrest for disorderly intoxication. Disorderly intoxication seems to be the main thing then, rather than eating spaghetti with his hands. I would say he was arrested for disorderly intoxication and not inadequate eating skills, however you say it. It says here, before placing Ben in handcuffs, the officers gave him a paper towel so he could wipe the pasta off his face. How nice down there, those Florida police officers. Giving him a towel to wash that inappropriate pasta off his bottom face. Okay, the media reports that while in the back of the police car, Florida man Ben began violently twisting his body, kicking his legs, and smashing his head against the metal cage partition. Well, I can't say I blame him. The police didn't allow him to eat his dessert. I mean, come on. Have you had the tiramisu at the Olive Garden? The tiramisu? Oh, it's to die for. Florida man Vanilla Ice is going to open a museum. Vanilla Ice baby, who is a Florida man, is working to transform an historic building in downtown Lake Worth Beach into a pop culture museum and a brewery. Oh, brewery. That sounds fun. Vanilla Ice is trying to educate people. All right, stop, collaborate, and listen. Vanilla Ice is opening a museum. trying to teach all the kids history. Vanilla Ice is from Florida. That's history. Okay. I never said my improvisational raps were quality, guys. I'm giving you something, though. The Ice Ice Baby rapper and Floridaman and host of the DIY Network's The Vanilla Ice Project showed off his latest renovation project. He's gutting a 1922 Masonic building near City Hall in Wellington, restoring the property to its 100-year-old splendor, and going to turn it into a museum, teaching people about pop culture and history. Vanilla Ice gives a damn about your brain cells. Here's a quote from Vanilla Ice, whose real name, do you know what his real name is? All right, I'm going to give you guys some seconds to guess. Do you know what Vanilla Ice's real name is? Scooby dee dooby dooby doo dooby dooby Scooby dooby. I have to go kind of off the Jeopardy actual theme so I don't get sued for copyright infringement. Dooby 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 goop. Okay, here's the answer. Robert Van Winkle, guys. Tough name, Robert Van Winkle. Wow, this is how you become Vanilla Ice. You're bullied into it. They bully you into that hairdo, man. That's how it happens. Okay. Here's a quote from Vanilla Ice, a.k.a. Mr. Van Winkle. Yo, we're going to keep this place like the 20s, so it's going to feel like, you know, you're coming back to the 20s. I like the 20s. Yeah, I like it. All right, that's from Vanilla Ice, a.k.a. Mr. Van Winkle. He said he has plans to get it done within 6 months, guys. Here's a quote from Mr. Van Winkle. We gonna have everything from Muhammad Ali to the movies to Vanilla Ice to Beverly Hills 90210. It's all gonna be in here, all of it. It's gonna be lit, yo. Lit. Mr. Van Winkle said he's also going to create a speakeasy in the basement because a Florida man needs a place to do his meth. I'm kidding. Okay, he's going to create a speakeasy in the basement and a rooftop bar on the top floor where you can sip that delicious brew, complete with a wooden deck and a view of the ocean. I would love to think that Mr. Ice here, Mr. Van Winkle, is going to name the beers in his brewery after him and his lyrics. You could order like the Flat Top IPA, you know? Or like, I don't know, the A1A Stout. That'd be pretty cool. You guys should consult with me. I know what to do. I know about breweries. I know how to make them great. All right, well, that's just a little tasty morsel of what's to come. You're going to have to wait 6 months, my Floridians, for this amazing pop culture museum and brewery. I would go. I love breweries. I love museums. It's pretty cool. Doesn't say specifically what he's going to have in there, though. He says just everything from Muhammad Ali to the movies to Vanilla Ice. Okay, so obviously he's going to be there, but he's going to be punching your ticket. That's what he's going to be doing. But what of Muhammad Ali do you have there? I mean, there's like a wax figure, a poster of Muhammad Ali. And then he says he has Beverly Hills 90210, but it doesn't say exactly what that is. I guess at this point you could hire a couple of those actors to work the door, too. I think they need some work right now. Maybe they could join you in your brand new invention. I'm not sure how successful the pop culture museum is going to be now. It's just seems like he hasn't prepared. He should make it just a Vanilla Ice museum on the first floor. How hilarious would that be? Like a Vanilla Ice museum? Come on. Then just throw his old clothes in there. Place his mom in there. She can just complain about the heat all day. Oh my God, how many of you would go to a Vanilla Ice museum just to like take a photo there? It's just hilarious. Weird shit like that. I love it. I would totally go. Just own it, bro. Own it, Vanilla Ice. Mr. Van Winkle, own it. The Van Winkle Museum. A Florida man named Redbeard is arrested for stealing his roommate's parrot. Yep, can't make this up. A 40-year-old Florida man who stole his roommate's eclectus parrot named Piper was arrested on Tuesday. A lot of information there. We have an eclectus parrot. I don't know what that is. Sounds expensive, though. Parrot's name was Piper. It's a cute name. I'm sure it was a wonderful bird. What was the motivation for this Florida man to steal this parrot? Let's find out. Justin David Peters, age 40. Don't trust him. He has 3 first names in his name. He was charged with grand theft and animal cruelty. He was cruel to Piper, apparently. Although he's got the name of a pirate, Redbeard. I mean, you think he'd treat a parrot with some respect. Maybe put it on its shoulder, walk around a little bit. Maybe he tried to put Piper on the shoulder. Piper was like, I don't want to be on a shoulder. I'm not that kind of parrot. And then this guy freaked out. He was like, "Oh, you get on me shoulder. I tell ye, stay on me shoulder. I'll cut ye down with me cutlass." Okay, that's about the extent of my pirate impression. This guy, that's what, this is the end of the story? Oh, boy. Oh, no, here we have more. Sorry. I thought I might have to do some more pirate impressions to keep you entertained for the last minute or so. All right, more pertinent information here. The female victim, the owner of the parrot, is unnamed. She is 37 years old. She says she spent $1,800 on Piper. That's not cheap. And that her roommate, Redbeard, stole Piper. She repeatedly instructed the roommate to leave the bird alone previously. And that Redbeard did not have permission to take the bird out of the cage at all. Did not have permission to bring the parrot outside of the residence. Apparently that's what Redbeard wanted to do. Well, maybe he's like, trying to be an actor. He's renting himself out as a pirate meanwhile. And when he goes to these kids' parties, he has to bring an authentic parrot. That could be what's going on here. Have him kick you back a little bit of money from the party, from the kids' party. You can make like $80, man. All right, I got some more fascinating backstory. The day before the arrest, a witness reported seeing a man that was later identified as Redbeard at a bus stop near his business. Not Redbeard's business, the witness's business. Redbeard doesn't have a business. Piracy is no longer legal, guys. Not in the U.S. anyways. The witness looked at the bus station sometime later, saw that Redbeard was no longer at the stop, but there was a parrot on the bench. The red parrot matched the description of the roommate's parrot, Piper, also known as Piper in this story. Got to get all my names correct. The owner of that business took possession of the parrot, called the police, made attempts to locate the owner. It's a good person. Police did some due diligence. They found some other witnesses at a nearby restaurant and a gas station. They reported seeing that same man, Redbeard, with that same parrot during the day. Both witnesses stated that the bird appeared to be stressed and extremely agitated, as though it did not want to be with Redbeard. Security camera footage confirmed Redbeard was at those locations. Well, they're calling out all stops on this one. Oh, man, doing some CSI, crafty investigations. Going around asking everybody in the air, have you seen a man with a beard and a bird? Just want to say, have you seen the man with this bird? Have you seen a man that talks like this? And he walks with a peg leg. All right, let's find out what happened to the bird, if the bird's okay. That's important. That's an important part of the story. I know some of you are animal lovers. You want to know that it's okay. The bird was returned to its owner safely. Also taken to the veterinarian. There's some concerns. The bird suffered multiple broken bones. A dislocated hip as well, poor Piper. Blunt force trauma to one side of Piper's body, as well as other injuries. Man, it's a little worse than I thought, guys. Piper's got some injuries, going to have to be laid up for a while. Well, the good thing is Piper's no longer going to have to be forced to go on those auditions with Redbeard. Those were very humiliating and stressful. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. A naked Florida man threw an urn full of ashes during an argument. Sometimes you put naked at the front of the title, guys. It still works. Naked Florida man. Florida man does XYZ naked. It all works. After throwing an urn containing a family member's ashes at someone, a naked man from Sebastian, Florida was arrested a few days ago. Why was he naked? And why did he choose the urn as his weapon? It's a strange weapon. According to the Sebastian, Florida Police Department, 46-year-old naked Scott Cornwell got into a naked, heated argument with the victim while naked. Naked, naked, naked. Just insert naked everywhere. It's Florida. It is a little hot down there in his defense. Okay, so the argument's happening. He's a grown man, 46 years old. For some reason, he's naked in the house. Maybe he was disturbed from his bath. People take baths when it's hot out like this. Nice cold baths. Several during the day to keep cool. You don't want to overheat right now. People are dying in their homes in places like Florida. You must take a bath. So I'm sure he was interrupted from his bath. So now he's naked. Someone's maybe arguing about the amount of water he's using. That seems reasonable. We're running out of water, if you haven't noticed, especially in these hot southern places. The argument escalated, as they tend to do with the naked Florida man. That's when 46-year-old naked Scotty Cornwell threw a glass-style urn at the victim's head. Now, let's dig a little deeper here. Was the urn targeted by Cornwell, or was it just, by chance, the thing that was closest to him that he could throw? It says as officers arrived on the scene, they found the victim at a neighbor's house. Their face had multiple swollen, bloody masses bursting open. What? Their face had, quote, multiple swollen, bloody masses bursting open? Who wrote this? Clive Barker? What the hell? Clive Barker is a famous deceased director of horror. Do you guys know this? I would hope. You got to know who Clive Barker is to be my friend. Let's just say that. Say that right there, guys. This sentence, though, you don't see this in official stories. Maybe this is made up. This might be a fake story, guys. Multiple swollen, bloody masses bursting open. I have bloody masses bursting open, please. Rush me through. I need emergency services. We're taking you to the bloody masses bursting open ward. No problem, bro. We see you have multiple swollen, bloody masses bursting open. Doesn't say if the victim was naked. The victim was transported to the hospital, later discovered they had a fractured nasal cavity. Imagine having your nasal cavity fractured by the ashes of your grandma. That's very strange. Oh, I've covered some stories about ashes and where they end up. Remember someone put their grandma's ashes in weed cookies and fed their family? People do outlandish things with the ashes of their dead ones. Now, this individual in the story, their ashes, this could be appropriate if, there was a chance that this person's wishes were to have their ashes slammed into the face of a relative that they found displeasing. Just trying to put some reason into the motivation here. Now we cut to the family reading the will. Yes, Grandma Chelsea's dying wishes were to be cremated and for her ashes to be used as a weapon to attack Cousin Vinny. The more damage, the better. Grandma's exact wishes, it says here, it's a quote, it's strange. She wishes multiple swollen bloody masses bursting open on Vinny's face. Rolling in my 5.0, I opened the museum so the people might know the girlie's on standby, waiting just to do me. Did you stop? No, meet me at the brewery. I think that was a better improvised Vanilla Ice parody right there, guys. Hey, it's your trusty host, Jonesy. Thank you for joining me for a Florida Friday episode. I hope it lived up to your expectations. And I want to thank everyone who sent me Florida Friday articles to my email, funnyjones@gmail.com. Maybe you sent it via Instagram at funnyjones. That's also acceptable. I got some coffee someone bought me coffee named Morgan Bloodrain. What an amazing name. Morgan Bloodrain. Do you write horror novels, Morgan Bloodrain? Is that your pen name? Pen name. Yeah, people used to use pen names. Morgan bought me a coffee and wrote a little message, because you can do that when you buy coffee off my website, weirdafnews.com. You can write a little love note. She wrote, "Thank you for making me laugh every morning." Is that amazing? Well, let me tell you something. I'm so pleased and proud to make you laugh every morning, Morgan, and thank you for buying me coffee, which I will enjoy in the morning. So you're just paying it right back to me, girl. Appreciate that. Or you could be a guy, or you could identify as a mummy. I don't know. I don't want to infringe upon your rights. Okay, I got a review from Carolyn Wright. Carolyn with a right with a W. She gave me 3 stars on Amazon. So, yeah, I'm grateful. Thank you, Carolyn, for 3 stars. That leads me to believe she's not crazy about it, but it's okay. Good enough. So I definitely appreciate that. She wrote, definitely weird AF news, exclamation. Good way to wake up each morning. I'm so glad, Carolyn. I hope I can get to the place where you're so pleased you'll give me a 4th star one day. So let me know how I can improve. I don't think I can improve, guys. This is the limit. You're getting Jonesy's best. It's hot in this damn closet, man. I also got a new patron, guys. That's right. Deb became a patron. Deb joined the Patreon. That's right. Deb Goody. That's her last name, Goody. Deb Goody's a patron, and I'm so proud of it. And Deb wrote me a very long, very appreciative, nice email. One of the best emails I've gotten in a very long time. I'm not going to go into detail, but it seems as though I helped her get through some hard times with this podcast, and it's something I never expected. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I think you guys just come here for some mild entertainment, because the world of mainstream news is a little bleak. So when you get a message like this saying that you really helped somebody through something really hard, that's like very surprising to me, and I'm so grateful that I did that for Deb and anybody out there. Really. So if I did help you through something, you can write me. Just say what's up. I love to hear those kinds of stories. It makes me feel like what I'm doing is a good thing in the world. Keeps me going. You think I do this for the millions of dollars I make doing this? Please, bruh. Do it for the peeps, man. Just do it for the peeps. If you guys want to join the Patreon like Deb did and buy Jonesy coffee, keep me caffeinated, you can go to patreon.com/weirdafnews or go to weirdafnews.com, click on the Patreon banner. Okay, I think that's it for updates. I hope you guys are having, or you had, or you're about to have a kick-ass weekend!